What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today I'm joined by C-React, so it's a Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 talk, and I'm sure at this point everybody has seen the new gameplay this morning that came out from Japan Expo, which features some race transformations. Now, we'll talk about the actual breakdown of that in a couple seconds. In case you did miss it, we have Super Saiyan 3, which we've already seen. We have the Majin race transformations, as well as the Frieza Pop race. So we'll break that down in a couple seconds first. We want to actually talk about what wasn't in the video yet, because I know that's the big question everyone's going to toss around. What about Earthlings and Namekians? C-Reacts, where are they at?
I just want the Earthlings and the Namekians to train me. Alright, I'm sorry.
I just want...
Alright, a lot of people are going to obviously just assume right off the bat, like, oh, there's no Earthling, there's no Namekian transformations. We're not saying there are, we're not saying there aren't, but you can't...
I'm just going to tell you right now, there are, actually.
Okay, I knew that too, I just didn't know if I could say it, but
Yeah, well, we have actual proof. Now, although the official Facebook page didn't address Namekians, it just wouldn't make sense for them to just not add something to the Namekians. So we'll talk about Namekians details when that gets revealed down the line. But on the official Dragon Ball Z Game Facebook page, they made a mistake, actually. They initially said by accident that humans are going to go Super Saiyan 3, and because they messed that up, they corrected it by saying, sorry for the slight mistake, everyone. We meant that Saiyans are powering up to Super Saiyan 3, however, humans have surprises, plural. So, Zez, yeah. I have no idea what's playing for humans. Like, I'm not saying this because I know something, because I literally don't know what's playing for humans. I don't know what's playing for Namekians. Well, I kind of know about Namekians, but for the most part, I don't know the complete roadblock for transformations in the series, or in this game. Now, we do know that Saiyans can go Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3. I've seen them myself, my own eyes. C-Reacts, you saw it with your eyes too, didn't you?
Yes, I think everyone has by now, because they've been watching our stuff.
Yeah. And then this morning, they also revealed some more details with the Majins and the Frieza Pop race. So let's kind of review the Saiyans first. So is there anything particular that stood out for you when you saw the Saiyan combos this morning? I mean, it was a female character, which is cool, because we've never seen...
Saw that booty.
Yeah, the booty. We've never seen a female... Well, number one, we've never seen a real female Super Saiyan. But two, we've never seen a Super Saiyan 3 female. So it's cool that they actually showed that off this morning. Now, from the looks of it, and again, we can't really confirm because we don't know the details of how this works yet, it looks like that, based on me playing, you know, at Anime Expo as well as the Bandai offices, going Super Saiyan 3 just kind of boosts your overall damage output. And do you want to kind of break down what happened in Budokai to those who never played?
Yes. So in Budokai, you know, everybody kind of looked at it. You know, when you're younger playing that, you might not look into, you know, the actual mechanics of the game. But when you look back at it now, it'll actually tell you that, you know, Super Saiyan gives you an actual damage increase. And Dimps made the Budokai games, and they're also making Xenoverse 2. So that's why I kind of theorized. And I mean, I don't see any other difference about Super Saiyan since it doesn't give you infinite ki or stamina or anything.
Thank God.
I think it has to be a damage bonus, and the way it worked in those previous games was Super Saiyan 1, alright, so your base damage would be 100%. Super Saiyan 1 would bring you up to 110, Super Saiyan 2 up to 115, and lastly Super Saiyan 3 all the way up to 125% damage. And that may seem like a little bit, like a lot of people are like, oh, only 25% damage? It's supposed to be 50 times multiplier. Okay, look, it's not going to be a 50 times multiplier, that's ridiculous, okay? But yeah, 25%... Go ahead.
If you use it to your advantage, that extra damage boost will be like the deciding factor in a fight. Like, if me and C-Reacts on the same skill level, which we know we're not on the same skill level, I'm way above C-Reacts, you know. It's funny, we're actually going to record our C-Reacts games video after this video, but so stay tuned for that later this week. That if you're on the same skill level with somebody, that damage percenting, the damage increase boost, well, I can't speak, that damage boost could be just enough of a factor to let you to win. So that's how you should use it. Obviously, they're not going to make it so it's like 400 times X where you punch someone once and they die. I mean, that's just not how it works. This is a game after all. But that boost is enough for it to make a difference.
It makes a huge difference. I mean, just think about like while you're, and once again, these percentages aren't confirmed. This is just, you know, this is just based off of what we've seen in the past. So I mean, long story short, it's going to be a damage increase. I think I can at least say that much with confidence. It'll be a damage increase. We just don't know what the exact percentages are. But if it does work the same way...
I definitely know it's a damage increase because I noticed in the gameplay itself that...
Right, when we played.
It definitely hit harder. Which is the cool thing about Super Saiyan in Xenoverse 2 is it feels like a transformation. Yeah. And when you transform, it just feels epic. And like, first of all, when you're fighting, you actually want to transform. One thing that I never really wanted to do, well, me personally, in Xenoverse 1 was kind of waste time to transform just because I was more focused on winning the fight. But now, like, you actually want to transform, so you have an advantage. So that's really, really cool to see that they introduced that in this game. But
Yes.
Pretty much the consensus is transformations for Saiyans are going to increase stats. Now, we don't know what else is planned. There could always be more stuff introduced, like maybe Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, maybe even Great Apes, who knows. I have no idea how much is still to be revealed because we still have a long way to go until October, and there's a lot still that's going to be revealed. So,
I mean, there is a golden form. There is a golden form. What's
there is a golden form, which we'll get to next. Yeah. I mean, if you guys remember, the golden form kept up with Super Saiyan Blue, so it would be kind of weird for them to just have Super Saiyans cap out of tap out of Super Saiyan 3, where the Frieza race has the golden form, which is like, dude, for real. So when we get more information about transformations and all that stuff, subscribe to myself, see reacts. We'll keep you guys in the loop, and we'll do the breakdowns and everything down the line. But speaking of golden forms,
keep going.
Yeah. Speaking of the golden form, we have our first look at the Frieza race transformation. Do you want to kind of break down what we saw in this gameplay?
Okay, this one was actually... Alright, so the first thing I noticed before he even transformed, this is just kind of like aesthetically for the Frieza race. Alright, people who played the Frieza race or played against them avidly would know about their paralyzing, stunning ki blast thing where they would just press the circle button and they would have a high probability, especially if their opponent wasn't like well versed in defending themselves, they would get stunned. You basically got frozen. It was one slow ki blast and that was all they had. But in this, we see right off the bat that they have like standard fast yellow ki blast like the other characters. Now we don't know if
not just ki blasts; those were death beams. If you look closely, he is firing with his fingers, which is cool.
I think that's a whole part of the whole most detailed Dragon Ball game. Like it's the little things they have, like floating pebbles to death beams for Frieza thing, like all that stuff. But it's long story short, it's just quick ki blast, and it could possibly have a paralyzing one if you charge it up, but we don't know that yet.
Yes. Now, I will point out that even though the average, above average player, all you have to do is perfect block or just, move out of the way and the beam doesn't really affect you. But, the Frieza race still had that advantage over other races, and that's what kind of made it a little bit more stronger in terms of what they have. So it makes sense for them to nerf that and give them something else different like the regular ki blast. So I'm honestly glad, as a Frieza user myself, I'm kind of glad that there's a possibility that they did remove the freeze ray. But what happens when you transform, C-Reacts?
When they transform, you thought those ki blasts look fast right there. Oh my goodness. It looks like, okay, so if Saiyans had the power increase, the Frieza race definitely has the speed increase. And what I noticed also...
they already had in the last game.
Right. And that's what I was going to actually touch on. Like, when you look at their character description, when you're creating your character, it'll say that they're a faster race. And I think what these transformations might actually be doing is taking the descriptions of the races and enhancing them. So Saiyans were more of an aggressive type of character, and that's what they put as their description. So now, in Xenoverse 2, when you transform, you actually get to feel that. Like, you get to see your attack increase. And now with the Frieza's race, they say that they're the fastest race, and now you'll get to see that emphasized by when they transform. And if you just look at this, like, they move so fast. Like, just his dashing speed.
It's a big difference.
And the blast speed was, like, ridiculously fast. So I think they're going to be pretty nasty, but I wonder if it lasts the whole match.
That's a good question, because if you remember, Frieza couldn't control his golden form.
Right.
And from what we saw with Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 1 and 2, it lasted as long as you had a transformer. You could power down, but the only disadvantage you have while being a Super Saiyan is you weren't getting ki back while punching. So the only way to charge ki as a Super Saiyan, you have to charge. So, I don't know. I mean, we'll see the actual details. Right now, they're just basically giving us small pieces of the puzzle and letting us figure it out. So until we actually play, it's kind of tough to tell. But to those who don't know the significance of it, to anybody who plays a birder, do you play a birder? You play a birder.
Yeah. Ginyu Force rules, baby.
You want to kind of break down the importance of birder's speed boost?
So it's very, very important. I think more so when you're playing at least slightly more competitively, because then it comes down to, if you can turn around fast enough when somebody snap vanishes behind you, if you can jump up and punch somebody fast enough. It's all about speed. So if you have that extra speed and you know what you're doing evasively and you know how to counter, then that's actually, it's very, very huge. So you're basically getting birders kind of speed boost by just transforming, and it looks like it actually gives a speed boost to your attacks as well, instead of like your ki blasts and stuff. So there's a lot to be afraid of.
That's gonna be important when you're linking combos together, because like if you're whooping someone's ass and going in and then like connecting by just tossing the ki blast in to keep the combo going, it can be pretty disgusting.
Yes, and it also comes down to DPS, like damage per second. If you're doing so much like extra hits per second, people's health is just gonna like, you may not have like the power increase, but their health is gonna like go down super fast because of how fast you are.
Yeah, and plus, this is the important part. When you're linking those combos together and then busting out an ultimate with it, Bruh.
Oh my goodness. And yes, because you can link now. Like, they're going to be scary when they transform.
The Frieza race, to me, looks like the most powerful one so far. But I mean, of course, we haven't seen Namekian and Earthlings yet, which I assume they're saving for a reason. Well, I know why they're saving Namekians, but the Earthlings and Namekians had to be saved for last for a reason. Because if you guys remember, the Earthlings were the strongest in Xenoverse 1 just because of their advantages.
They're just so well-rounded, that's why.
Yeah. We'll see what they get later, but for now, let's talk about the Majins. Now, there's one thing that scared me about the Majin race. Well, two things, really. One, to kind of break down what we saw in there, we saw the Buu Transformation. Those who have not played Dragon Ball Online, what they had in that game was you play as a fat Majin Buu character, just like in Xenoverse, and they had female and male. And when you transform, you turn into Buu. It was called the pure form. Now, it seems like they translated that into this game as well. And the only thing that kind of bugs me is it looks just like a recolored Buu transformation. Now, that's not to say it's going to be different. I mean, for all we know, there's going to be a way to customize it, and it's going to look slightly different. For all we know, I have no idea what's planned there. And for all we know, even more, they could have something like the Super Buu transformation as well, some kind of absorption or something. I'm sure they're still holding a lot of secrets, in their vaults to reveal later.
Right, but they have to be. I mean, it's too early to have exposed everything. They have to have more in their bag of tricks, especially when it comes to Buu.
Yeah. However, I am going to be kind of hurt if it is just Buu because this game's all about customization, and I'm just really hoping to see different stuff. I mean, again, to be fair, the purest form of Majin character is Buu. Like, that is the original form, so it only makes sense for him to do that. But I wouldn't mind, as a Dragon Ball fan, to see something different. Like, maybe the horns are different, maybe the face is different, I don't really know. I would not mind to see that. So we'll see as we get more information about the Majin race later, but for now, that's the first thing that stood out. Now, the second thing is, did you notice the tankiness of it?
Oh, the what?
The tankiness.
The tankiness. So are you talking about like when he's flying around and stuff?
Yeah, I mean,
yes, he was literally.
They definitely slowed him down.
That's the definition of a tank. and by tank I mean a moving thing that is almost that is just destructive as fuck. So I mean, if you watch it, he's like, it looks like, and I can't confirm this, but it looks like his standard dash is is dealing hits. So if you're close to him, like, all he has to do is like fly into you, not press the square button, not press the triangle button. He doesn't have to attack. He just has to fly into you with that dash, and he's doing damage. I don't know how. Which was a
signature move. That was a signature move for both Super Buu and Buu in the series.
Now I wonder if Super Buu and Buu have that in the as their original characters, but I doubt it. Just random.
That's a good question. The only thing that scares me is one of the things that made the Majin race characters so powerful is they were tanky. They had the super armor, and I feel like, until I see it myself, I can't tell how much that could be abused. But the cool thing is, C Reacts, is that after seeing his gameplay, every race has something unique to them that makes them awesome, which was a lacking factor in Xenoverse 1. In Xenoverse 1, you're either human or Frieza race, because Frieza race had, obviously, the Frieza race. Well, you were the same, because you like to play on hard mode. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, from what we saw so far between these three races, everybody has something that makes them special and unique. And now I actually want to go through and play as individual races, which is going to hurt me, because grinding to level 99 with every single race, it's gonna take forever. But
yeah, it'll. I don't know. Maybe the grind won't be as bad. We don't know that yet.
I mean, hopefully. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I'm sure they don't want to make it too easy. Like, I know they're gonna make it easier to get items and super attacks from RNG drop, or well, I guess they're removing RNG and changing for something else. I don't know the details there yet, but I wonder how different the grind is going to be. Because what they did say is, Hirano-san, the producer himself, said he just wants you to get home, bust the game out, and be able to go online right away. So we'll see what that actually means once we get our hands on it. But for now, it's pretty cool to see that each race has something unique to them. And I just still have a gut feeling that there's going to be more revealed over the course of the next couple weeks as we get closer to October. But is there anything else that we missed out that we didn't talk about?
In this particular video, I don't think so. I mean, it's just a matter of seeing how this all plays out. And in my honest opinion, it looks like of these three that we see in the video, Saiyans might actually be at the biggest disadvantage, possibly. I mean, because
for now,
so much speed on the end of on the end of the Buu race, and then you have, and that doesn't bother me at all. Like, I want it to be a little more difficult for me.
Remember this though, if you add that, if it is the same percentage as we saw in Budokai, if you have a 25% boost as a Super Saiyan 3 and do a super attack that pulls off, it could be a matter of life and death.
Yep, exactly. Like, there's some characters who have max blast or key blast attacks or super attacks, whatever, and they can do, let's say they took down almost all your health. 25% will literally make them take all of your health. Like that was a weird example, but you know what I mean. It can literally determine the fate of the battle.
Yeah. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, let us know your thoughts in the comment section below about these transformations. Again, once we hear about Earthlings and the Namekian race, we'll make videos, so subscribe to myself and C-Reacts in the comment section below or the description below. And I guess let us know your thoughts on everything we discussed, anything you might have noticed yourself, and we'll just take it from there. But hey, C-Reacts, Dion.
Yes.
Are you hyped for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2?
This will answer it.
If you're hyped for Xenoverse 2, make sure you leave a like rating below. And anything else, I guess we'll see you guys in the comments for now. So yeah, we'll see you down there. Peace.
Goodbye. Goodbye.